My name is Rosina. I'm a banker, I'm a biker, an event planner. I let one out. Salsa dancer. Let's go again, don't worry. Hello, once again, this is your girl Salsarozie and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for all those who have subscribed. And for those of you who haven't, what are you waiting for? Just subscribe and hit the notification button so you can get more of my content, every time I put it up. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about some things you shouldn't do when you get married, or some things you should not stop doing just because you are married. What are these things I'm talking about? Simply put, first, when you get married, sometimes you get settled in the fact that you have a new man, a new woman, and you need to bond with them and make a life with them. But don't forget your family. Most often than not, especially for the women, they tend to forget their families because they want to quickly bond with their men. Everything is about their husbands, everything is about their wives. And you lose sight of your siblings, your parents, your uncles, your aunties. I'm not saying that you share equal spots with them, but it's important that you realize that family is family and family would always be there, especially when things begin to go wrong. So make sure that when you get married, you're newlywed, don't lose sight of your family. Make sure that you still have a cordial relationship with your family. Make sure your family is still accessible. You can access them as and when you want. Now, next, don't forget your friends. Now, friends are simply a choosing family, especially for the ladies. When they get married, you realize that they begin to stop relating with their friends who are single because they feel that they have moved from one zone to another. It's important that as a married woman, you associate with other married women because you need to know what the terrain feels like. Likewise, the men. Once you start getting married, it's important that you start engaging with other married men. This is how you get to know that issues you're going through in your home, things happening in your home, are not unique to you actually. Maybe you actually have it better than some of your colleagues. But it is important to keep some of your friends around, especially the ones that mean a lot to you, because those friends are your chosen family. Most often than not, what your friends do for you, even in times of distress, hanging out with them is simply therapeutic. So you realize that after an evening out with your friends, an evening of hanging out with your friends, you come home refreshed, and sometimes that thing that was an issue at home probably isn't an issue anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you do get married, don't lose sight of your friends. Learn to have some time to spend with your friends so that, as and when you need them, you call on them. I mean, those are your friends. Make sure you keep them close. Now, next thing, when you get married, don't forget to work, especially for the ladies. I'm very passionate about this one. And most people get married and they feel that because the man is well-to-do, because the man is a big man in the office, quote unquote, and can provide for them, they don't have to work. They don't have to do anything. Now, when I say work, I'm not referring to a 9 to 5 necessarily. If you can't do a 9 to 5 because of certain unique conditions in your home, at least be an entrepreneur. Get some small business you can do. Now, there are so many forms of business people are doing right now. You can sell from your home. You can advertise online. You can actually get into the creative space. There's so much you can do for yourself. So don't just sit down and think that your husband is going to provide for you because, one, things may change. We were here and COVID hit. There were people who had jobs and they no longer had jobs. People who had jobs and then they had to endure pay cuts. Some of them went through depression and some families have not recovered till date. So anything can happen. So it's important that you both don't rely on one source of income in your family. Even if the man doesn't need your money, you need to have your own money. You need to work. You need to have a source of livelihood for yourself. Now think about it. You want to surprise your husband. You need to get money from him to surprise him? Nah, girls. Let's work. Let's earn some money. Let's do something with ourselves. Let's make sure that we are more valuable than just being at home, taking care of the kids, and then cooking for the men. When you do get married, don't lose sight of your passion. And this goes both ways, really. Sometimes when we get married, you realize that because now the focus is on the two of you, and you begin to focus on so many things, the children, house, how to make money, how to do so many things, and you realize that there are some passions that you had growing up. There are timelines you set for yourself, things that you wish you could do as a person. You realize that you just shelve all of those things because you feel that you're married and the partner probably isn't happy with it. You are probably not, even sometimes, even the energy is not even coming from our partner. You feel he would say no, but he'll really not say no. So don't forget your passion. There are several things that made you happy, things that you want to explore. In my case, I wanted to learn how to ride. I went ahead with it. Probably I want to swim. Go ahead and learn how to swim. You want to sew. Go ahead and learn how to sew. You want to do so. You want to have further education. You want to read law. You want to do something. Do it. Whatever your passion is, make sure you don't kill your passion in the name of marriage. Because sometimes when I'm not expecting things to fail at all times. Sometimes it doesn't even have to fail. Things are going okay. But at a certain point, when the children are grown and they also have their lives, you begin to feel empty because the very thing you were living for has outgrown you. The children have outgrown you. There are no diapers to wipe. There are no kids to be, monitoring and making sure that they grow well in life. They are adults and they are taking good decisions for themselves. They are probably moving out of home. They are going to boarding school. Some of them are actually in universities and some are actually working. You realize I become very empty. There's nothing for you to do. And sometimes it just might be too late to actually go into some of the passions that you really, really wanted to go into. So please, you are married. We know that. We know that it has a lot of responsibilities with it, but don't kill your passion for marriage. So simply put, this is a very short one. I mean, when you do get married, simply don't forget your family. Don't forget your friends. Don't forget to work. Don't forget to try new things. And certainly don't kill your passion when you're married. Live within the marriage. Don't let the marriage overwhelm you so much so that you cannot live. It's important that you live so that you can enjoy your marriage. Once again, this is Salsarozie. I hope you enjoyed this. Next time, ciao. Bye. If you do like this, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification button so that you can get more of this content every week. Thank you. Or every day, whatever. Is it okay? Okay. Salsarozie.